Hi friends, welcome back to Open Happiness. Today we are going to talk about Bison, a film that tries to mix rural sports, caste politics, and personal rage, but ends up losing its emotional grip along the way. Bison follows a talented kabaddi player from a village trapped in a world shaped by caste hierarchies and his own uncontrollable short temper. Through struggle, conflict, and survival, he eventually rises to represent India at the national level. On paper, this sounds powerful, a raw underdog story rooted in soil, sweet, and social reality. But the film makes a crucial mistake right at the start. The very first scene shows the protagonist representing India. From that moment, all tension collapses because the entire film becomes a flashback we already know. He won't die, he won't fail permanently, he will win every important match. If someone is already good enough to represent India, the journey cannot surprise us. Victory becomes predictable and struggle feels cosmetic rather than earned. Director Mari Selvaraj once again leans heavily into symbolism, but here it feels artificial. Instead of deeply exploring caste as a systematic force, the film unintentionally suggests that short temper, not oppression, is the root of every problem. This shift is troubling. More than caste discrimination, the movie ends up portraying anger and impulsiveness as the villain, diluting what would have been a sharper social critique. The gangster characters add to this problem. They have no real arc, no depth, no consequence. They appear only to elevate the hero, create forced tension, push the climax artificially. They don't feel like real threats, just narrative tools placed where the screenplay needs noise. As a result, the film feels constructed, not lived in. Emotional beats are announced instead of felt. The climax is another major letdown and feels completely unnecessary and illogical. First, the hero suddenly comes back home before the final team list is announced. This itself breaks the flow. At that stage, there is no urgency, no emotional need for him to return, yet the film pushes him there only to manufacture conflict. Second, the gangster's death exists purely because it's the climax and the film needs tension. There is no organic build-up, no character arc, no narrative necessity. The killing feels forced, inserted just to raise stakes artificially rather than as a natural outcome of the story. Third, the climax, police confrontation episode exposes the film's biggest contradiction. The movie wants to portray caste as the central issue, but if you look closely, most of the problems actually arise from the heroes and the people's short temper. In this sequence, the hero's short temper becomes the trigger only when the police hit his father. That is the moment where his anger takes the first step and escalates the situation. But once the police overpower them and the father starts begging, that very same short temper suddenly disappears, and with it the conflict quietly settles. This is where the writing collapses. If short temper is truly the underlying issue, it cannot selectively appear and vanish based on convenience. The anger that explodes when the father is hit should not fade away the moment the father is humiliated. Instead of confronting this contradiction, the film simply moves on. Bison wants to roar, but it never truly scares or moves you. By revealing the destination first, the journey loses its meaning. By replacing social complexity with temper tantrums, the message weakens. And by using underwritten antagonists, the tension feels staged. For me, this continues a pattern I have never connected with Mari Selvaraj films, and Bison is no exception. A story about struggle should make us fear failure. A story about sports should make us doubt victory. Unfortunately, Bison does neither. Until next time, this is Open Happiness, watching movies beyond the surface. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Open Happiness.